Imagine taking a brand new multi-million-dollar luxury vehicle out into a completely open highway. You press your foot on the gas, and right as you hit top speed, you reflectively reach down for the emergency brake. There's no hazard on the road. The brake isn't even connected. But your muscle memory is so used to old crashes that your body reacts to a ghost. That is the Phantom Handbrake. If your business strategy is perfect, your chest still freezes right as before you sign a major contract, you're fighting the old biology. Stream episode 126 now and book your 15-minute subconscious audit at Bespoke Human Potential Coaching. Be legit. Imagine taking an old beat-up working truck that you drove for 15 years, a truck that had a sticky, dangerous, unpredictable mechanical emergency brake, and trading it in for a brand new top-tier luxury vehicle. You pull out onto a pristine open highway. The weather is perfect. The road ahead of you is completely clear. You press your foot until the gas pedal and the engine effortlessly accelerates. As you hit 70 miles an hour, your left hand reflectively rips down to pull the emergency brake. There's no hazard on the asphalt. The old truck is gone. The mechanical brake cable doesn't even exist in this vehicle. But your muscle memory is so terrified of the speed, your body reacts to a ghost. It's what I call the Phantom Handbrake. For the advanced listeners to this show, you have already gone through a deep subconscious surgery. You know exactly what this. It is the residual muscle memory of an old identity. If you are tuning in this show for the very first time, you've never experienced the work that we do here at Bespoke. This is the missing diagnostic link that you've been searching for. You have optimized your business strategy. Your financials are clear. Your team is capable, yet right at the precipice of a massive contract, a new capital raise, or a profound shift in your personal freedom, your chest tightens, you freeze. You experience an irrational wave of hypervigilance, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You think you have imposters or corporate caution. You're just trying to drive and optimize life while bracing for an impact that isn't coming. Welcome to the Legit Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Curtis McCullom, and today we're going to be dismantling the memory ghost that frees your next scale. Let's do some mental surgery to understand why an incredibly intelligent, highly rational business leader would freeze when the road is completely clear. We have to look at how the human brain maps reality. In clinical neurology, researchers study this profound phenomenon known as the phantom limb pain. When an individual undergoes amputation, they frequently continually feel the excruciating pain or a severe itch or clenching sensation of the arm or leg that is physically no longer there. Why? Because the brain's internal somatosensory map hasn't updated to match the current external reality. The limb is gone, but the neural blueprint is still firing off the old data. If you are new to this work, I want you to understand that your brain maps your business and past setbacks exactly like a physical limb. Think about it. If you survived a devastating partnership betrayal 5 years ago, or a massive market crash that nearly wiped out your capital, if you were raised in a very rigid, legalistic spiritual paradigm, which I was, and were mapping out too much freedom, felt unsafe, your nervous system built a protective bracing pattern. It locked the handbrake to keep you alive. That's all. But years later, You change your business model. You change your partners. You've expanded your spiritual belief. Statistically, the old threat is completely gone. But because you never updated your internal neurological map, your brainstem treats your current expansion as a trap. You are experiencing a somatic hypervigilance. You're experiencing the phantom stress in an ecosystem that is completely optimized. For those who haven't sat across from me in a subconscious diagnostic room yet, let's run a quick internal audit with you. Here are 3 unmistakable red flags that your current performance plateaus are being driven by a phantom handbrake rather than a real strategic problem. Here's number 1. Here's red flag number 1. The other shoe sensation. The numbers check out. The data is flawless. Your executives have executed their KPIs perfectly. Yet, when you look at the dashboard, you cannot experience peace. Instead, you feel an underlying dread, this whispering, and that internal voice that we have. You whispering, this is too good to be true. Something is about to break. Let's look at the pathology of this dread. When your revenue spikes or your operation stabilizes, a healthy nervous system relaxes, but a hypervigilant nervous system interprets peace as an ambush. You start scanning your profit and loss statements over and over again, hunting for a line item to worry about. You treat an unburdened horizon like an active battlefield. You are burning vital executive bandwidth, manufacturing a catastrophe that just isn't there. You're just satisfying a hysterical addiction to survival. And that's all it is. Red flag number 2, the procrastination threshold. Now, you have a multi-million-dollar contract sitting on your desk. You have a massive joint venture ready to launch. All it requires is just your signature or your final sign-off, but you find yourself delaying. You create unnecessary legal review loops. You ask for one more round of data analysis. You tell yourself you're just being a prudent executive. But let's drop the mask for a minute and be legit. Your strategy is fully ready. Your legal team has verified it, but your nervous system is completely paralyzed at the threshold of the speed. Your body remembers the last time you scaled, you burnt out. You just got burned out. So it manually delays the signature. Red flag number 3, the ghost of reflex panic. In behavior biopsychology, this is known as the unconditional stimulus reflex. It's when the system is repeatedly shocked under certain conditions, the body will automatically brace whenever these conditions kind of appear. So anything similar to that condition, it appears, even if the shock generator has just been permanently turned off and unplugged, you still get those sensations. If your early success was achieved through brutal, exhausting grit, your brain assumes that velocity and speed must equal pain. Now, when your company begins scaling with lightness and ease, with fluid grace, the ghost reflex slams on the brakes. Your physiology goes into a full-scale panic response because it generally believes that moving this fast without bleeding out is a biological impossibility. You stall the company's growth because your cells are terrified of a shock generator that has been unplugged years ago. If you're listening to this right now and you're realizing, Curtis, I have spent the last 18 months rewriting my business plan, hiring new consultants, changing my funnels, but the friction isn't in my funnels, it's in my body. Hear me clearly. You cannot solve a hardware problem with a software patch. You cannot use conscious business logic to talk your nervous system out of a phantom reflex. This is exactly why we built the subconscious audit. It is a hyper-targeted 15-minute diagnostic protocol designed specifically for high-earning founders and executives. So whether you are deeply familiar with the LGET mindset or you just discovered this for the first time 5 minutes ago, This call skips the talk therapy, skips the general type of coaching rabbit holes. We look directly under the hood of your hardware. Locate the exact memory ghost holding your execution hostage and show you exactly what it takes to drop the brake for good. Stop grinding against your own internal programming. Go to Bespoke Human Potential Coaching right now and book your diagnostic audit. Let's update your map. Let's get back to the show. For the seasoned veterans of this show, you know that when we locate a Phantom Handbrake, we don't cope with it. We don't manage it. We don't meditate around it. We certainly don't live with it. We execute an advanced trauma desensitization process through mental and emotional release. We kind of like mentally surgically access the subconscious somatosensory map. We don't just talk about the past. We go to the operational system and rewrite the code. We show the subconscious mind that the old truck is gone. The old toxic partner is gone. The bad market conditions are gone. And the restrictive old paradigm has been completely dissolved. We uncouple the memory of the past shock from the current physical body. Think of it like stripping the voltage away from a dead circuit. We bring your nervous system into total, absolute alignment with your actual current reality. Once that somatic baseline is cleared, we don't leave a vacuum. We then deploy bespoke daily mental supplements. This is how we actually symptomatically apply the biological law of Hebron learning, ensuring that your neurons stop firing the old survival brace and start rewiring for fluid, high-velocity execution. We built a thick layer of myelin around the neural pathways of peace, of clarity, and rapid expansion. When your internal somatosensory map matches your external market opportunity, the freeze response vanishes away instantly. You don't hesitate when the contract drops on your desk. You don't panic when you look at an open calendar. Your hand stays off the emergency brake. You step into the gas pedal and your vehicle simply moves. The road ahead of you is completely clear. The old threats have passed. Stop reaching down to pull a brake that isn't connected to anything anymore. Drop the handbrake, trust the speed, and step into your true capacity. If you're new to the community, welcome to the room. Hit the subscribe and leave a direct review on the platform. And share this track with the high achiever who is currently burning out their engine because they are trying to drive with the foot on a phantom brake. This is the LGET Mindset Podcast. I'm Curtis McCullom. Be legit.